Hey guys, and welcome back to Devil Dagger here in Nemoria. As you might have already guessed, in between episodes I placed all the designations for the massive redecorating that's going on in the fort. I haven't gotten to the second level, but what I have done is actually set up another bedroom block, but as you can tell, I forgot about the corners, unfortunately, so I have to go back in and redo the corners. I've also got 2 more ambassador rooms, so if we wanted to invite some more ambassadors from some foreign kingdoms, we could go ahead and do that. We also have had a few things happen in between episodes. Mainly, we had 4 new nomads arrive, which means, one, that we can actually fill out our second squad pretty well. It also means that one of you guys actually gets your gnome added into the game, and if I remember correctly, that was Sigfran. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. Being from United States, I definitely don't speak Welsh, and apparently Sigfran, or however you pronounce that particular word, is Welsh for raven, the commenter told me, and Sigfran is going to be our doctor. I figured it'd be kind of cool to have a doctor named Raven, or at least roughly translated to Raven. But we do have our 2 military squads now, the Blue Slaughterers, which was our squad here, and we moved that training grounds out to this side. That way, when we have invaders trying to get in through this front door, we don't have people right here that can see them. And, you know, if it was the Blazed Bakers who don't have any weapons or shields, they won't rush out there and kill themselves, basically. So I put the Blue Slaughterers over here, and I created a new training grounds in this area just temporarily. I'm not completely satisfied with that right now. We might leave it there. I haven't completely decided on that, but the Blaze Bakers are training over here, and this is their schedule. That way they actually have a sleep time. They'll sleep mainly in the afternoon. Or, you know, go get food, drink, all that good stuff. Our farms are doing pretty well. We have a lot of wheat, unfortunately, that's starting to stock up, which can't actually spawn a wheat golem. But let's go ahead and, oh yeah, we also did a fair bit of mining, because I know that this is going to take an insane amount of stone blocks to get going. If you notice, I haven't actually done this area because I'm not completely satisfied for how I want this area to look just yet. Everything else over here I'm pretty satisfied with the general shape of everything. We might be expanding this a little bit because I realized that we need a brewery for our barkeep, but we'll go ahead and let that go and get things rolling just to kind of speed things up. But while the gnomes are actually busy trying to get that taken care of, and the Blaze Bakers go to town on each other with James Higgs and I believe it was Nespara. Oh, let me introduce you to the other 3 gnomes that joined the Blaze Bakers. We have Axel, Fair, and Ket, who have joined the Blaze Bakers with Nespara and James Higgs. Let's see, moving down. Went ahead and mined out this little area here, but they are busy replacing that floor, trying to get as much marble as possible right now. Just very small job right there. So as you can tell, or as you can well imagine, we got quite a bit of marble from here, and we also are replacing every bit of this marble with dirt. Alright, sorry about that, guys. We have a merchant from Rock Dirt that's just arrived, and we'll go ahead and unpause the game. That way the merchant comes into the fort and we can start trading some more items. And I'm not really sure why Nespara and James Higgs insist upon coming all the way out here, trying to fight one another. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. early times doesn't have avoid enemies, so not really sure. They should be kept inside here, but for some reason they're fighting all the way out of this room into the tower, into the gatehouse, and outside the front gates, which is quite frustrating. Let's go ahead and trade some stuff with the merchant from Rock Dirt, though. Got a good bit of copper and tin in here, so we're going to try and grab as much of that as we can possibly get. Go ahead and sell off quite a bit of this yak hide, because we're actually starting to get some ogre hide from the ogres that are attacking us, which is much stronger than anything else. Bear hide is also a really good one if, you know, you feel like your gnomes can take on a bear, but I don't particularly want to test that theory, so I'm going to drop this down to 19. So go ahead and add that, and excuse me one second, guys. Sorry about that. There's a little frog in my throat. Alright, so we got that dropped down. Let's see here. Got quite a few seeds that we can get rid of, but first let's take a look at our actual trade goods and get those traded off first, and then we can pick up the slack with our seeds and our straw and wheat. Go ahead and get rid of all these statuettes. Got us a fair bit, almost halfway there. So that's pretty good haul, I would say. I think I'm gonna drop this down to right at 200, because I believe we are sitting either at 5 or 6 yaks right now, which isn't that much, but I would like to keep a little bit of a backlog of straw just in case. Not to mention we need straw for the mattresses for our beds for our new gnomes, because I actually completely forgot about building beds for our new gnomes. I do apologize for that. Let's see here. So we do have some of the mattresses made, and we have some skulls that we can get rid of. Honey badger, goblin. We're gonna keep the ogre skulls around for right now. We actually have 20 yak bones that can be made into statuettes, which would be really nice. Alright, and we also got some food that we could probably get rid of, so let's go ahead and get rid of some of these strawberries. Take this down to right at 150. It's a pretty decent number to keep around. And drop the grapes down to the same number. And wheat grain we could probably keep at probably 150 as well. So 77 plus 150 would be 227, I believe. Alright. Yep. Alright. And wheat seed. We do not need that much wheat seed. Tell you that right now. Alright, so 213 I think would be good. Oh. If I could click the right arrow, it might actually work. And definitely don't need that much. More than 100 with our size farm is going to be far too much. And it's not doing us any good just sitting in our stock, so we might as well trade it off for something. Let's see. Cottonseed. Definitely don't need that many. Drop that down to 100 as well. And we're just under the threshold of what we need, so I'm sure we can go ahead and find something else. But I'll go ahead and hunt around in our stocks, and I'll bring you guys back in just a second. Hey guys, and welcome back. Alright, we have the trade deal good to go. Exactly even trade this time around. Just sold off a few odds and sods. Just some monitor lizard hide, hat, honey badger, and some cotton. Go ahead and make that deal. And our gnome should be along shortly to pick up our very large stock of copper and tin ore now, which would be very good for us because we can actually tell the armor. I'm not sure. Yeah, we don't have any armor currently, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell our armor, or our our weaponsmith, to go ahead and make 3 more breastplates, 3 more bronze breastplates to be exact, and 3 more bronze helmets, just to outfit the rest of the blue slaughterers. Don't think that I don't plan on using the Blaze Bakers. I'm actually just training them right now, trying to get them up to the same dodge level and hand-to-hand combat level as the Blue Slaughterers. As soon as they can get their dodge ability and hand-to-hand combat ability up to snuff, we'll be switching them over to weapons as well. I haven't quite decided what weapons I want for them yet. Thinking about it, it might be a good idea to start focusing on getting our Da Vinci to start tinkering for us and researching, just to try and get some more weapons, some more engineering feats, some traps, and definitely have to get some power to power those traps through the use of windmills and such. But progress is going pretty slow on this makeover, unfortunately. And we're going to have a lot of dirt sitting around while the gnomes try and get all this worked out, but at least some of it is coming along quite nicely. We have this nice little wooded log shack workshop area back here right next to the well, which looks quite nice in my opinion. We're leaving some of the dirt corners just kind of blend in with the hillside. I mean, our enemies already know we're here, so it's not a fact of trying to hide that we're here. It's just, you know, trying to make our impact on the earth a little bit less. We actually have some more breastplates being pumped out as we speak, and there's our autosave for the 4th day of the season. And our bone carver's going to work on these bones. Let's see exactly how many bones we have. Only 8 left, so not that many. Alright, and for some reason there is a yak that is just randomly wandering around, and I'm not sure why. That is very odd. Do I have the butcher? Yeah, automatically butcher excess livestock. That's very odd. I'm not sure. Yeah, we have 6 yaks, so somebody should come along and butcher that yak at some point. I think all these jobs right now are just kind of keeping everyone really busy. Our miner and our mason are basically just having to speed through, grab all the marble that they can, and trying to crank out blocks as fast as possible, because if we take a look, yeah, lots of build jobs for the marble blocks, on top of the 10 that they're supposed to keep in stock at all times. But they will get that done eventually. We will have everything worked out. We also have some build jobs for some pine planks for these wooden panel block walls. So our lumberjack will be getting to work on that, and now that it's back to being summertime and we're not in the dead of winter, I'm going to try and replace these floors to try and get the ground to actually be one solid green color rather than splotches of brown everywhere. And we're still chopping down our orchards, which means we're only getting half as much food as we want, which is okay because our food level is sitting at 551 right now, which is, for me, is probably more than enough. Our bed frame's ready to go, so we can go ahead and tell them to make the bed set we wanted for our 5 new nomads. Get all those set up, and as soon as our carpenter gets that done, we will be good to go. We can go ahead and install those new beds in the new bedroom block that we have all set up. Let's see, we got 2 more, so I guess we'll start moving over there, and we'll go ahead and build some wall torches while we're at it. Now, unfortunately, because of all the build jobs that we have open currently, it's probably going to take them a little while to get over here and make their way towards installing these new beds. So we'll just light this corridor right here. We'll tell them to install the beds. Birch beds. And go. We'll just work from the front back. And our gnome should come along and do that fairly shortly. Let's see. Now, the idea behind this hallway is basically to create a hallway that makes our gnomes go through this garden area. And I actually have a spot marked right here because I want to put a well right here. And that's, while people are sitting out here and enjoying nature and looking up at the skylight, maybe at nighttime staring at the stars, looking at the constellations, or studying astronomy possibly, they might be able to, get a cold drink and carry on about their day rather than having to walk all the way down this hallway. Either go through the tailor's workshop, which I'm sure our tailor wouldn't appreciate, or having to come all the way down here just to get a drink of water. I think it'd be rather nice to give them something of their own. So I have a spot marked out where I'm going to actually drill a hole down and pick up some more water. Now on the bright side, we do have most of the work down here done. There's only a few splotches left to actually pick up the marble down here in the mine. We do have a little bit more marked out down here. I've gone through the trouble of marking out the supports, and moving down you can actually see that down here at level 7 I've made a little bit of a more decorative support, and there is a reason behind that, but I'll let your imagination run wild for now. It is lit pretty well. We have torches everywhere. So that is to come in later episodes, but for right now I just wanted to give you a sneak peek at how we got most of our marble, because as you can see this entire level is nothing but marble, and I'm not even going to try and replace the floor of this level with dirt because I know that would just take forever. Alright, apparently there's a monitor lizard spotted. Apparently Axel spotted it. Let's see if Axel tries to fight it. No? Okay. Just leave the monitor lizard alone. Let him go in peace. No need to fight a monitor lizard. He's definitely not going to be able to take on the blue slaughterers with their taunters and axes and swords and shields. Now it looks like one of our new nomads, James Higgs, is actually being forced to sleep down here in the dormitory, which sucks terribly. Beds are there. I guess for right now it'd be as good a time as any to tell them to suspend these jobs, because I actually want those beds to be a high priority. So we're going to tell them to suspend everything, and we will wait for them to go ahead and come up here, grab everything up here, and hopefully they will come build something eventually. Unfortunately, there is no idle gnomes right now. Apparently everybody is busy trying to get those jobs down in the mines taken care of, so we will tell them to suspend those as well. And as soon as that's done, we should see some gnomes either A, moving towards their bedrooms because they're just wore out, or our bedrooms finally getting put together, which seems to be the case. So everybody's working on the lights, the beds. Go ahead and replace the floor and install the doors on the bedrooms. Not really sure why I didn't do that from the get-go, but I can't remember everything, guys. As much as I try to, it's a little bit difficult. Alright, so waiting for that to be installed, go ahead and take a look outside and make sure that there's nobody really trying to sneak up on us. Our lighting is pretty well. There's a few shadowy areas that we don't really have light on right now. Definitely need to do something over here to light this area up, because right now we're just lighting the inside, which isn't doing us very much good. But our gatehouse is coming along quite nicely. We're not going to work on any of it in this episode, but it is coming along. We're starting to get a little bit of shape to it. We can actually expand it out down this side here, which will be nice. Alright. And hopefully... Yes, all the bedrooms are all set up. Just waiting on a little bit of stone. Or some stone blocks, rather. And yeah, they're not going to do that, because I told them not to do it. Because I hit the workshops when I actually hit suspend, which for some reason when it comes to jobs it wants to suspend the workshop as well, which doesn't make much sense to me. And it has actually suspended these stockpiles as well, it seems. Yeah, it suspends the stocks, which means that it's not actually picking up anything and putting it in stock and hauling. Which is kind of a pain, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm not sure why the developer did it that way. I could be wrong. The developer might not even have any idea that that's the way it is. It might just be a bug in the code. Is there some work going on down here that I don't know about? Definitely not. Okay. I'm not sure where that gnome was rushing off to. Should definitely be working over here. But it doesn't appear that anyone wants to actually... Oh, nope. We actually have some people moving over there now. Okay, so apparently our gnomes finally got the idea that we needed these to be made. Go ahead and throw some stone doors. Actually, I want some wooden doors there. I do not need stone doors for bedrooms. Although it might be a little bit more quiet, it seems a bit overkill to me. Go ahead and throw those on there. And then our gnomes should be all ready for the personal quarters to be all set up. So we'll set that up. Set that one up. Lower the walls so we can actually see. And actually a lot of these rooms have almost the exact same value, which is kind of crazy. Most of the rooms usually vary in value. Wow, that one's really bad. So that bed must be really, really bad. Yeah, 53. That's why. Alright. It's 384 here. 416. 415. Yeah, I think we're going to give the 467 to James Higgs since he's the squad leader. So go ahead and grab him. And then the 416 we're going to give to Sigfran because he's our doctor. So we definitely want him to be well rested as well. And everybody else should be okay with picking their own bedroom wherever they decide they want to sleep. And everybody's moving. And we need to go ahead and unsuspend all this stuff. So go ahead and come out here, just select everything, and tell them to get back to work. And unfortunately, this makeover is not going to be completed in one episode. It just takes so long to try and get everything done as well as the regular jobs that our gnomes have. But that's why I'm doing it one floor at a time. We'll probably move on to this section next. We will not do this and this all in one episode. It would just be way too much for our gnomes. It's just impossible to get done in a length of an episode, unfortunately. But I do hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I hope you can see that I am trying to add a bit of character to the fort. I know some of these areas are a bit dull with just blocks, but you have to realize that this is a defensive structure for our gnomes. We need to keep our gnomes safe. But we do have a few decorations here and there. This hallway here was actually one of my favorites to decorate because I just alternated the different engraved tiles. Just to kind of lead up to the fact that we're going to have a great hall here. So, for right now, it doesn't look like very much. We'll probably have some statues sitting around here on this wall here on these carved plots here. Not sure about over here. Probably just leave that be. Possibly have some tables there, just, for some chats with dignitaries and such. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope to see you in the next. But for everybody here in Devil Dagger, y'all have a great one.